Hello everyone, welcome to Indianomics. Today we are going to discuss about a very important topic, and the topic is named by MSME. If I talk about the relevance of MSME, MSME plays a very important role in the development of the Indian economy. The reason is, Indian economy is supported by certain parameters. Now, what are these parameters? Parameters like export, parameters like employment, parameter like consumption, parameter like productivity of goods and services. Now, all these parameters are highly dependent on MSME. Why? Because Indian economy is dominated by MSME. So, if this MSME is strengthened, then automatically these parameters are also strengthened. Now, what happened recently because of COVID, the MSME was hardly hit, and that is why they are not able to sustain their business. So, in this background, the government has announced a policy of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now, this policy of Atmanirbhar Bharat, which talks about the 5 pillars of economy, infrastructure, system, which is based on technology, demography, that means the population of younger age, and demand. Now, all these 5 pillars also depend on the development of MSME, and that is why out of the 20 lakh crore package, that is equivalent to 10% of the GDP, 3 lakh crore rupees was given for the development of MSME. Okay, so the reason for discussing this news is recently a survey was done, and the survey has found out that the government, which has allocated 3 lakh crore rupees for the development of MSMEs, the government had made certain changes in the definition of MSME. Now, please understand this fact: MSME is categorized on the basis of goods and services. Okay, and based on investment in these goods and services, these MSMEs are categorized as micro, small, and medium. That means more investment in the infrastructure. That means in the case of goods, the investment is done basically in plant and machinery, while in the case of services, the investment is done on the basis of equipment. So the more investment in plant and machinery in the case of goods, the more is the suitability of becoming that micro enterprises to medium enterprises. Okay. Similarly, in the case of services, the more investment in the equipment, the more is the probability of shifting from micro to medium enterprises. So recently what happened, the government had made certain changes in the definition of MSME, and that is why the recent reform of allocating 3 lakh crore rupees for the MSME sector is not benefiting the small enterprises, which is being surveyed recently. Now, what is happening is, out of the 3 lakh crore emergency credit guarantee scheme, that means credit guarantee means providing loans, subsidized loan to the MSME. Out of the total enterprises, only 22% of the MSME survey respondent were aware of the scheme. That means they are not aware about whether there is an existence of some scheme by the government for supporting the MSME enterprises, while only 4% of the respondent think that they are going to get the benefit of the scheme, while 38% of the people who are told that there is a scheme under Atmanirbhar Bharat which is going to benefit the MSME sector, only 38% of the respondent think that it is going to help in the development of their business. That means not only there is a lack of awareness, but also there is a lack of trust among MSME. Now, why all this thing is happening? Now, before discussing this fact, let me tell you about the change definition. Please understand this thing. As I said that the manufacturing and services, these are the two basic categories of MSME. Manufacturing, investment in plant and machinery, while in services, investment in equipment. Now, if the investment was less than 25 lakh rupees, it was micro. In the same manner, it was more than 25 but less than 5 crore, then it was small, and similarly, if it is less than 10 crore, more than 5 crore, it becomes medium. Similar was the criteria of the service-based MSME also. Now, what is the revised definition? The difference between the manufacturing and the services enterprise has been done away with. That means now there is a same definition of both manufacturing and services. Now, the reason which is being given by the government is many enterprises which are dealing in manufacturing also provide with the services. So it becomes very difficult to categorize the same enterprise on the basis of manufacturing and services. And moreover, according to the new definition, now investment in plant, machinery or equipment plus turnover. That means now there are two criteria for categorizing the MSME. One is investment in plant, machinery or equipment. Second, turnover of that particular enterprises. Now this is the change definition. That means we have done away with the difference between manufacturing and service-based enterprises. Plus, earlier it was only categorized on the basis of investment. Now a new parameter of turnover has also been added. Now what is happening? Please understand this thing. Less than 1 crore investment plus turnover less than 5 crore. There is a definition of new MSME, MSME based micro enterprises. Now the second one is, if the investment is less than 10 crore and the turnover is less than 50 crore, then the enterprises is small. And the third, if the investment is less than 20 crore and turnover is less than 100 crore, it turns out to be a medium enterprise. Now the new definition, it has brought certain problems. And what are the problems? Now according to the survey, please understand, out of the, this survey is about the number of MSME. You can see that on the basis of old definition, out of 10,753 enterprises of MSME, medium were 21,229 and small were 5,751, while the micro enterprise were 2,873. With the new definition, micro enterprises have increased by 133. Small enterprises have actually decreased by 496. Medium enterprises have actually increased by 3,743. That means now the enterprises which have got the maximum benefit are the medium enterprises. But let me tell you one fact is, out of the total MSME, 90% of the enterprises, and more than 90%, that means around 95%, this would be a more exact figure, around 95% of the enterprises are micro. But you can see the maximum benefit according to the new definition is being, get by the medium enterprises. Okay, so we can see the shift. You can see that earlier the large enterprises, many large enterprises, like for example, in the old definition, 9,687 enterprises were large enterprises. Now these large enterprises are reduced by 3,380. That means many large enterprise became medium enterprise. So this is a shift. Okay, that means with the change definition, earlier large enterprises are turning out to be MSME now, and these large enterprises are going to get the benefit which is given to the MSME sector in our country. So in this situation, you can see that micro and small enterprises are not the beneficiary. Okay. Now if I talk about the situation of MSME, you can see that 90% of the MSMEs are on the base of propriety. Propriety means they are the honor base. For example, they are the honor base means what? For example, you want to open up one enterprise. This is the enterprise. Now, you want that enterprise should be named on you because it is basically dependent on you. So, these enterprises are basically individual ownership based. Okay. Now, please understand this thing. There is one more category which is called as private enterprise. You can understand this fact by the concept of company. They are more equivalent to a formal company, while the propriety based enterprise is based on individual, which means what? Many reforms which are made by the government is basically for the companies and the formal sector. These enterprises may not be able to get the benefit. Why? Because they are not registered as a company. They are registered as a individual based enterprise. So many times, based on credibility, also on the basis of the reforms which is made by the government, to benefit these enterprises are not able to reach these enterprises. Okay. Now there is one more diagram. Please understand this thing. So here what I got. Most of the enterprises are individual based, and individual based enterprises are not able to get the benefit given by the government. Okay. Only 2.8% of the enterprises are the private based, and 0.5% of the small enterprises are public based. Okay. Partnership based enterprise means that, say for example, A and B are coming together and opening up a limited liability partnership based company. This is also basically informal based enterprise, but here not one person is responsible, rather more than one person is responsible for for the running of the enterprise. So since most of the enterprises are propriety based or individual based, they are outside the ambit of the formal sector, and they fail to get the benefit of the formal sector reforms which is being made by the government. Now please understand one more fact. This is small, this one represents the MSME, and this big square is represented by a medium enterprise. Please understand this thing. A medium enterprise provide employment to, on an average, to 161%, whereas a small enterprise provides employment to only 6%. In the same manner, the assets of the small enterprise, is only 28.7 lakh rupees, whereas the assets of a medium enterprise is around 2000 lakh rupees. In the same manner, you can see the output. The output in lakhs, which is being done by the small enterprises, is around 45.2 lakhs, whereas it is more than 2500 lakhs in the case of medium enterprise. Now the reason for showing this diagram is there is a stark difference. There is a stark difference. There is a stark difference between a small enterprise and a medium enterprise. And recently, with the changed definition, it is basically the medium enterprises which are getting the benefit, which are already strong. Okay. Now the importance of the MSME. Please understand this thing. You can see this diagram, and with this you can understand that MSME provide employment to around 150 million people in the country, and they account for around 30% of the India's GDP and more than 50% of the exports of the country. You can note down this fact, and you can write down this fact while writing an answer related to MSME. Please understand this thing. The participation of MSME in the GDP is decreasing. Yes, after 2000, you can see this thing, after 2012 and 13, the participation of the MSME in the GDP of the country is decreased, but still the participation is close to 30%, which is not small. And also they provide employment to how much? To 150 million population of the country, and their export potential is more than 50%, and that is why we cannot undermine the MSME sector. And many times, please understand this thing, bank do not provide credit to the MSME sector. And what is the reason for that? Banks think that MSME can promote NPA or non-performing asset, or for example, in a clearer terms, I can say that if MSME is going to take the loan, maybe they are not going to return back the money. Now please understand this fact. According to the information given by CIBIL, you can see that large enterprises are providing more NPAs, and very small, micro and small and medium, they provide very small amount of NPA. That means the NPA contribution of the smaller enterprise or MSME is not so much, but still they fail to get the loan from the bank. According to the information, basically the large enterprises are responsible for the non-performing assets of the bank. Still they get the maximum loan from the bank, and even if MSME do not have much NPA, still they fail to get the attraction by the banks. Now there is a lack of fund. Please understand, there is a gap of 25.8%. That means out of the total credit requirement of the MSME, there is a gap of 25.8%. 8.8% of their funding comes from scheduled commercial bank, 1.5% comes from NBFC, non-banking finance company, And other government institutions like Mudra Bank and all those things, they provide loan to around they fill the gap to around 0.61%. That means still 25.8% fund requirement of the MSME is not being met by any of the sources. And the scheduled commercial bank plus government is able to provide only how much? 0.61 by the government plus 8.8. That comes out to be around, only 9.4% of the requirement of MSME is being met by the scheduled commercial bank and the government. Okay. So you can see that share of the lenders to MSME, PSU banks, you can see that PSU banks out of the total benefit which is given to the MSME. Say for example, I say that, MSME is getting 100 rupees from the formal sector. So out of that 100, 53.7 basically comes from PSU, 35.2 comes from private, and NBFC provides only 11.1. That means basically the public sector banks, provide the highest percentage of the formal money which is given to the MSME sector. So we can see that how the MSME situation is not very good. And with the changed definition of MSME, we have seen that MSME will not be able to get the benefit. Why? Because many large enterprises are now becoming the MSMEs, and the smaller enterprises which actually need the support from the government will fail to get the benefit of the government policy. So that's all for today. Now, based on the today's topic of discussion, this is a very important topic, MSME. Please make the notes to what I discussed about today, and please comment in the comment box the question which I am asking right now. With reference to MSME, which of the following statements are correct? Under the changed regulations under MSME Act, these units are now categorized based on turnover against earlier categorization on investment. Second, micro units are more than 90% of the MSME. Third, MSME have higher risk and NPA as compared to large firms. Fourth, most of the credit needs of the MSME are fulfilled by the banks and the government. Fifth, MSME contributes more than 50% of the exports of the country. Sixth, the participation of the MSME in GDP has been steadily increasing in the last 5 years. And seventh, Atmanirbhar Bharat package allocated 3 lakh crore rupees in the MSME sector. So you need to tell me the correct option of the following. So thank you so much for watching this video. This video was extremely important for you, and that is why I have brought a lot of facts and structural data about MSME. Please note down these facts, and please note down the new categorization on the basis of investment and turnover, which can be asked in UPSC, because the new categorization is valid from 1st July 2020. So the new categorization is valid from 1st July 2020. So that's all for today. We'll meet again if I get some good topics for you. Till then, keep on participating. Thank you for watching this video, and take care. Bye-bye.